of this program. And I would like to call on our president of the ASMESAF NA, Joseph Tuktukan, to introduce our guest speaker.
Okay, so it's time to introduce our guest speaker all the way from the Philippines. So, all the kids, you can stop for a moment. So, we'll be able to hear what he's going to talk about. So, good evening. Now, my time to introduce to you our speaker. And when I was asked to introduce him, I had to find out who he is. And thank God for Facebook and the internet. It was so easy to do it. I actually have more information than I thought I would. And I actually had enough already on the Facebook. So it would have been better if I knew him in first person because, but unfortunately that's not the case because as time would separate us, growing up in Bontoc and Baguio, that wasn't, I didn't really have any chance to kind of play with him or be with him when we were both out there in the Philippines. So before I go to his achievements, I would like to thank him and his wife, Matanda, on behalf of our organization for accepting our call to be with us as our guest speaker. As you know, when you ride an airplane, they say you could take other airplanes, but he chose to be with us. He has other places that he can go to, but he chose to be with us. So I would like everybody to give this round of applause. I would also like to thank our Manong Lambert, our Manong Dortorong, forever and forever. I hope more to come, for starting the ball rolling to get him over here and speak for us. Another big round of applause. And lastly, I'd like to thank the Texas group for doing, making this event. I think will be already a successful one. We already have, we're so few, but we have already accomplished so much. Just with this meeting alone this morning, that was already enough. Okay, so continuing, let me go back to our guest speaker. It just seems that he's accomplished too much. If I were to relate everything that he's done, I would be your guest speaker, but I will spare you that, and I'll just get the gist of what I was able to get from Facebook and his resume. His resume is too long. I know he spent a good childhood going to school in All Saints Mission. Thus, as he played with Victor Lakabin, who is a classmate in here. So he's our own alumni in the All Saints. He attended MPGCHS, where he may have had his fair share of building the stone wall by the Chico River out there. He also went to St. Louis in Baguio City, where he finished cum laude with a degree in political science. Later, he went to the University of Santo Tomas, where he finished his doctorate in philosophy, specializing in public administration. Presently, he pens Daybreak, a regular column for the Mountain Province Exponent. Well, he now lives with his wife, 2 daughters, and their son in Bontoc. And to keep himself out of trouble, he leads the Mountain Province State Polytechnic College, serving as their president. I think I have said enough, so it's my pleasure to present to you our guest speaker for tonight, our very own fellow ASMES alumni, Dr. Rexton Chakas.
Thank you, Joko. I'm glad that in the afternoon session that we have had today, we discussed some of what I was going to say. So that means my, what, my talk would be shortened. To the All Saints Mission alumni and friends of the school and friends of the alumni, good evening. My wife and I are delighted to be with you at the second gathering of the alumni and friends of All Saints in North America. God is good to have gathered us today because it gives us an opportunity to come face to face with individuals of kindred spirits. It also enables the alumni in this part of the globe to familiarize themselves with the developments at the alma mater. And looking at the faces and hearing the stories of those who came last night made me reconnect or made me connect the dots. And now I can say that the fire for ASMES is still burning.
Right.
It is actually my first time to set foot in this land, which many of you now call home. My first time should have been last year when we were supposed to present a research paper in Salt Lake, Utah. But then there were some things relative to my job and my work which had prevented me. Last September, I was preparing my documents for some advanced training in academic leadership at the United Nations headquarters in New York. This should have been towards the end of September to the middle of December, when all of a sudden we received an email from Uncle Lambert inviting me to this occasion. And it took some time before I accepted the invitation because I could not decide whether to accept this invitation for this occasion or the schooling that I will be sent to, because I could not have both. The Commission on Higher Education said, you have to choose. And I chose to be with you tonight. But really, one of the indicators that I was going to an alumni gathering is that Victor and Manong Elmer forgot where they parked Victor's car at the airport yesterday when they fetched me. It took us some time before we were able to locate the vehicle. And that made me think, yes, it was 40 years ago when Victor, Brenda, and I graduated at All Saints, and that explains it. We are class 78, and this year, we are actually 40 years as alumni. I asked some alumni in Bontoc what message I should convey tonight. And from the looks of it, there are three main thoughts. My friends, I have traveled this far because these are important messages. First, allow me to tender the greetings and compliments of our fellow alumni, particularly those in Bontoc, to the alumni of All Saints in North America. It takes a lot of sacrifice to set aside time out of your busy schedules and, of course, finances from your personal pursuits and come over to such a function. I do hope that the experiences that we have had today will be worth the sacrifice that you have made. Your presence tonight and even the support of those who failed to come and were unable to come shows that the fire for All Saints is still burning. Is it burning? It is also our wish that your organization will inspire others to organize themselves, even those in other countries. I do not know of any other organized alumni of All Saints outside the Philippines. But how we wish there will also be ASMES Alumni Canada, ASMES Alumni Hong Kong, ASMES Alumni Israel. How about that?
Yep.
But I would like to think that your organization should be an inspiration and model for our alumni scattered all over the globe. Second, the alumni, faculty, and the headmaster of ASMES would like you to know of their gratitude and appreciation for all your efforts and activities that help the school in many respects. You must know that the energies that you have exerted have tremendously touched the lives of the pupils. Let me cite a concrete example. The gift giving every December is a noble project which is worthy of support. I hope it will be sustained, and I hope that the other alumni, even those in the Philippines and elsewhere, will be inspired to get into the project. To me, this project connects the pupils, the present, and the past, which are the alumni in the wonderful season of Christmas. Third, there is a proposition which you have to study. And I think we have discussed this enough this afternoon. And this is to increase the school's endowment fund. This is actually a trust fund whose income, not the principal sum, is being expended. An increase in the amount of the endowment fund means an increase in the income being generated. I am told that the income of the endowment fund of All Saints is being used for faculty development and organizational purposes. All Saints alumni in North America, let me say to you again that All Saints is still alive.
Good. Very good.
She deserves a clap. After all those years that she managed to stay alive, she deserves a big hand.
Hey!
My friends in North America, the school continues to make an impact on the lives of its pupils and students. She continues to touch on the minds and the dreams and the character of our students. As alumni who truly love and faithfully support All Saints. As alumni whose hearts are still burning, I know you share everybody's pride in what management is doing and where it plans to go. ASMES is no longer the school that we knew. At the height of its glory, it had an enrollment of 700 to 800 pupils. And that does not include a high school department. That's only from kindergarten to grade 6. She was the best of all elementary schools in the region. And in fact, the only accredited school, elementary school, at least in the province and in the region. Her faculty was once the envy of any school administrator. Now, times have changed. And we, her children, have to help her regain that glory. In recent years, she had steadily been building her capacity to create a great school. In my view, this greatness requires 4 things. 4 S's. First, studentry enjoying a tremendous learning experience. Second, sensitive, well-informed, fully trained, and very engaging faculty. When we say engagement, it is not only the supplying of information. That's the classical and traditional process of learning. When I say engagement, it is actually helping students learn and how to apply the lessons in their everyday lives. Third, S, a supportive campus learning environment. When I was not yet president in 2014, I could not understand why there is a very big disposition towards buildings. I said, why don't we concentrate on more substantial things than buildings? But there was a research which was done earlier than 2014 that the reason why Singapore, the United States, and other countries have advanced tremendously, it is because they first concentrated on the hardware, meaning school building first. Because how can you teach without a school building? You may have the best teacher if you teach under the mango tree, under the panawil tree, and under any other tree that we have at All Saints. First, we develop our hardware. We develop our buildings. We construct classrooms first before we can say that we should have a campus which is supportive of the learning of our school children. And it is only when I became president of the college that I understood the 4th S, substantial financial resources. Even if you have the best of plans, if you do not have substantial financial resources, your hands are tied. What should make ASMES truly different? This is one of the questions that we ask this afternoon. What will make ASMES stand out from all others? And this brings me to the fifth S, spiritual upbringing and growth. When we were in the elementary grades, we had vespers on Mondays and the school mass on Fridays. I don't know if Father Brent can still memorize the vesper from the common or book of common prayer or common book of prayer. Because I memorized it actually. I will do it for you.
Prove.
And I memorized the Magnificat.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah.
My soul that magnify the Lord, and my spirit that rejoice in God my Savior.
Yeah.
I can do that. It is because, my friends, going to Vespers was an important thing to do for a pupil of All Saints. And that made us different from all other pupils in Bontoc that time. At one time, I told the faculty and staff that they should bring the Vesper back. I told the faculty and staff that they should bring the school mass back and should do it every week. Because that was how I and you were brought up. The fifth S is very important, my friends. Spiritual upbringing and growth. My friends, because of your efforts and those of other alumni, our school continues to grow, to glow, and to go. Now, it has a complete junior high school department. Just this school year, the senior high school was set in place, offering grade 11 across 2 tracks, namely the general academic strand and the humanities and social science strand. According to the headmaster, there was a request for All Saints to offer STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and math track. The constraint is that it would require the construction of 3 rooms. Classrooms, 2 classrooms, and 1 laboratory. As I come to a close, I would like to reiterate the very important and inspirational role which you, our alumni, brothers and sisters in North America, which you play in the development of the school. Your projects and causes for All Saints serve as a model to the other alumni. On a very personal level, I would like to thank Victor and his family for hosting us while we are in Texas. And I would also like to thank Mark for helping us out on our itinerary. Mark Lopez is actually from our school, the Mountain State Polytechnic College, and he is here as a Fulbright scholar. And I would like to think that he is doing good, and that is the reason why Fulbright has asked our school to send another scholar to the States.
That's good.
I want to thank all of you for the invitation to visit you. And our thanks to all of you for the warm welcome afforded to us last night and even today. And let us keep the fire burning in our hearts for all things. Thank you. Matago-tago-tago ako.
Informational and encouraging speech, giving us the status of our dear alma mater, All Saints Mission School. You have indeed fired us up again to continue to raise funds and make All Saints Mission School soar and shine like an eagle. So, as a token of our appreciation for giving us your time, talent, and treasure, because it does take time, talent, and treasure to come, to fly all the way from the Philippines to the United States to share with us the status of All Saints Mission School and to come and encourage us one more time to really keep the fire burning. We have Victor and Florence to give you an award as a small token of our appreciation. And it's gonna be Texas style. So if we could have some drum roll, we're going to make you our very own Texas cowboy. Drum roll. One more time, drum roll, please.
As a token for your disturbance for coming here, and you ask my classmate. He's my classmate. Meet our very own now rhinestone cowboy from Texas. You're adopted with us.
Thank you once again, Doctor. Okay, we also, while we have him here, we'd like to call on the newly elected officers of ASMESAF, and that's Diamond, Dr. Diamond Felipe, from
Florida.
Kailiyak na ipuntok Ng Piman Mat, the other half of the parentage is from Benguet, Aditakot Kanan. And we also would like to call on, let's see, Manny. Manny Belhica is our incoming Vice President. Kailiyak mo lang na ipuntok.
Class 75! With Ida!
And Abigail Kapuyan Kauli, our incoming secretary. Kailiyak kayo na ipuntok. Puntok sa Gadapiman, puntok ya Benguet, Benguet. And Benilda, treasurer. Kailiyak na kayo ipuntok. Now, Relin is also the assistant treasurer, but I understand she's not here tonight. But we do have our auditor, Norwina. adopted me na Bontoc. And she's actually Sambonga and Rizal. Okay. And then last but certainly not least is Mark, our PRO. Bontoc tayo. Here we go.
I-record tadak kayo, i-publish tadak kayo. I-extend nyo.
Raise your right hands. Follow after me. Children. I state your name. Having been elected as, state your name. Do solemnly swear to uphold the bylaws and constitution of ASMESAF NA. And to serve the organization to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Anak na!